Hey guys, Matt Allen here. Welcome back to Tacticalbassin. This week we're out on the road. We're out fall bass fishing. We're fishing in 3 different states, and I wanted to bring you guys along. So come along, let's get out on the road, let's get on the water, and let's catch some fish. So this week we're fishing in Georgia and North and South Carolina. We're just exploring new water. You guys know we recently moved to Tennessee. Tennessee is home base. A lot of people don't realize what goes on behind the scenes at Tacticalbassin. We were on the road for 7 months last year. This year is the same deal. So we're constantly exploring new water to stay on top of fish and to stay on top of new and developing patterns so we can teach them to you guys. So today is actually day 2. Yesterday we were in North Carolina, and here's a quick recap for you, some of the fish we caught. Now, we didn't catch any giants, but we had an awesome time. And I keep saying we've got our buddy Coop with us this week. Coop came down, drove out from Arkansas, hopped in with me, and he's on this exploratory mission. We're just out on the road seeing these new fisheries. Yesterday our water temps were in the mid to high 60s. It's a little too warm. I would have rather seen them right around 60 this time of year. I think the bite would have been better. Fish would have been a little bigger, but we'll take what we can get. Again, today is just about exploring all these new places. That's what we're doing. So come along, we're on another lake. Today we're in Georgia. We'll go from here. We'll just keep lake hopping, but I wanted to give you guys, one, a little bit of a behind the scenes of how we stay on top of these fish, what we're doing out here on the road, and 2, just bring you along to catch them. Let's do it. Got him. That is not a bass.
A wally.
No.
Oh no, it's a pig. Is it pickle?
Pickerel. Day 2, first fish. It's a little busted up. Pickerel on the S-waver. But we're off and running. Did you get it?
Nope. That's a good fish too.
Yes, it was.
Make them think their buddy found some bait and they need to get in on it.
Calm down. I'll get those hooks out of you. First bass of the day. We're out on about a 14-15 foot flat. Coop just had a big one come up eating a topwater, but it didn't connect. But there's our first bass of the day. Nice spot on the tactical crank. I had one on, he spit it. And this largemouth grabbed it. Oh, it's another spot. I thought it was a largie. He grabbed this topwater before it even made it back to the surface. Oh! 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 No way! Get back in there, back! No way!
That's like a 4-pound spot.
That was a big spot. Nice spotted bass on the LV 500. We're out in totally open water. These fish are chasing bait. And they are aggressive. It's hard to get them close to the boat, but with that LV, I was able to reach quite a bit farther out. Capitalized on a really nice one. But they're... Ooh. What is this? Hang on.
Welcome to my world.
Go. That's a bass.
Here's your micro.
He's got a whole school with him.
He does, I see that.
Come here, little buddy. Well, it is a largemouth on a swim bait. I don't know that I can say much more than that for him, but he had big eyes. That was fun.
Decent one.
Nice fish, man.
And then
That's a nice spot.
spotted bass,
Good job.
ball jig.
All right, we're getting ready to wrap up day 2. It's mid-afternoon, but we've got a longer drive today. Today was a really interesting day. Yesterday, the lake that we were on had a lot of long tapering points, a lot of shallow flats. This lake is entirely different. Here we had a lot of steep wall, a lot of bluff wall. We found some flats in the back of pockets, but that was it. Everything else was really steep. So it fished very differently. The fish yesterday that would come up busting, single fish, they weren't really committed. Today we saw a couple of wolf packs of fish. We didn't capitalize on them as well as we could have. We missed some really good opportunities today, but we did catch some nice fish. Coop had our best fish of the day. He got that one on a jig. And then I had a good one on an LV 500. We had that one on the tactical crank earlier. Got bit on a handful of other things. Got a lot of play on topwater. I don't know if we ever landed one.
Did we?
I don't think we did.
Did we not?
I don't think we did.
Bad.
But the name of the game here is not even catching fish. Obviously, that's a huge bonus. We're glad we're catching fish. But we really just want to see these fisheries. When we located across the country, people were asking why Chickamauga. We love Chickamauga. We chose that on purpose. but we also chose it for the 3, 6, and 12-hour radius. The ability to go to fisheries like this that are completely different. Clear water, schooling fish, spotted bass, just completely different animals, and they're not that far away. That way we can stay really well-rounded. We can fish a lot of different patterns consistently. So again, we're wrapping up day 2 here. Fishing again tomorrow. Completely different fishery. We've never been there. We have no idea what it even looks like until we get there, but let's do some more exploring. All right, guys, morning of day 3. We're getting a little bit later start. We had a longer drive, but it is a beautiful lake. We're looking forward to getting out here and exploring it. Target species today are going to be largemouth and smallmouth. Let's go see what this lake is all about. Now, we know absolutely nothing about this lake, just like the last couple that we've been on, except that we did some quick Googling and saw what species of bass are supposed to be in here. Other than that, we're just pulling up on a first spot. We pulled up on a bit of an intersection, a squeeze between 2 arms here. That's where we're going to start, a pinch point, a place where, in theory, these fish should start to gather as the water cools. I haven't even looked at water temperature yet to be sure that that's the right judgment call, but we're gonna start here and then we'll adapt from there.
Whoa! No, you didn't.
Oh, that's a big one. We got the net buried and this is a big smallmouth. Stay on, stay on, stay on. Yeah, buddy. I'm ready if you are. Here we go. He's down, he's down. She'll come up, she'll come right there.
Well done, homie.
Yes!
Meanmouth.
I like this lake.
You've got meanmouth there, Matt.
Is she across?
I think so.
Thank you, sir. That is such a beautiful fish. She's got a crazy sore on her on this side, but what a solid way to start the day. Tactical crank. Let's turn her loose. Thank you, girl. So she came out of a school but had chased something up.
Okay.
I just dropped this jig down, but guys, let me show you what I'm looking at on the... Oh, there's one. Never mind. Oh, hold on. Awesome. Just straight dropped a 1/2 ounce finesse football jig down there. And let me show you what I was looking at, so you know what to look for on your graph. So right after I released that fish, I looked at my graph and these guys came on. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fish there. Then they kind of went off screen because the boat's drifting. Then they came back under me. That's what you're seeing here. This is the one I dropped down to and he bit. That was awesome. That's how you actually use your electronics effectively. See the fish, drop that bait down, fish in the boat. You're welcome to throw any of this stuff, Coop. The boat's full of rods.
I might try to rig up a drop shot or something.
Yeah.
It's hard throwing a football jig for...
Got him. Nice smallmouth. Oh, look at them all. Look at them. Look at them. Oh my gosh. They were trying to get that crankbait out of his mouth. There were 4 of them. That's awesome. Oh, we are going to have a day today. They were coming in and hitting his face, trying to get a hold of the crankbait he was holding on to. Wow. Oh, buddy. Nice one on the drop shot.
Catching little babies on the drop shot, clearing them out of the way so Matt can get them on the crank.
Yeah. I'll go there. Subtle bite, just dink.
Really?
Oh, a very violent bite.
Oh, that one was violent. Got him. Oh man. One of the things I really wanted to see this week that I was really hoping for was to get some fish on this side of the country going on that swim bait. That's one of our favorite patterns. This is an S-Waver 168. It's the rainbow trout color. We throw light trout a lot. This is the rainbow. I went rainbow because the water's so clear. These fish are gonna have no problem seeing that bait from a distance. But swim bait fishing is one of our favorite things to do. Glide baiting specifically is a blast. I was hoping to find that. We've done a lot of driving. You guys don't see this stuff between videos. We've been driving for hours. We had to change a bearing in the middle of the night last night. It's just part of being on the road. Man, it's fun when it comes together. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's a nice fish. That's one strong smallmouth. We were just talking, kind of hopping a jig. Like great big smallmouth. Smoked it. That is awesome. Oh God. Coop just got hammered on a glide bait. There's one. All right. So this morning we caught them on the crank. Caught them on the glide bait. We caught them on a jig. But as you can see now, we're midday, slick, calm. So I was throwing a Dirty Jigs 1/2 ounce finesse football, big full size profile. Now that it's hot and slick, I dropped down to this Kitech, still a 1/2 ounce, but way smaller profile with that little TRD craw inside there. And despite the conditions, took 5 minutes to get the first bite. All right, guys, time to wrap it up after 3 days on the water. 3 very different fisheries. I think today was probably the most fun. I mean, from a fishing standpoint, it was the most fun for sure. But I also just really liked this lake. A lot of steep structure, large boulders, clear water, and of course there were smallmouth in here, which is a whole lot of fun. But all 3 of these lakes were great fisheries. I suspect we'll be back on all of them filming at some point in the future, but we've got another 30 or 40 lakes to take a look at still. That's one of the amazing parts about this part of the country, is there are so many different fisheries to go out and experience and to try and break down. So 3 completely successful trips this week, but it's time to get back home. We'll link all the different gear we were using, the different baits that we were catching fish on throughout the trip down in the video description, along with some of the rods and reels that were making a difference. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you soon.